Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video again continuing with the theory of accounting. The first question is recording of unrecorded asset is done by posting it on the dash side of dash account. First of all, there is unrecorded asset. When an unrecorded asset is found in the case of the business, then it is a gain to the firm. So all gains or losses are to be transferred to which account? That is revaluation account. So it will go in the revaluation account. Now it is a gain, so it should go on the credit side of the revaluation account. Now question is this, that why on the credit side? Because this particular asset would be recorded as asset account debit to revaluation account. Asset account is debited because whenever there is increase in the asset balance, that needs to be debited as assets carry debit balance as per real account, and gains are to be transferred to which account over here? That is on the credit side as per your nominal account, and which nominal account we prepare is revaluation account. Now following are the factors affecting goodwill except nature of the business. Yes, it affects the goodwill of the business. Efficiency of management also, location of the customers nearby area also, but technical knowledge is not going to affect the goodwill in the direct form. The next question is the monetary value of reputation of the business is called when there is a reputation which can be termed in the monetary way. It can be reflected that in rupees how much value it carries, it becomes goodwill. Next is about assertion and reasoning. In case of change in profit sharing ratio, there was a balance in workmen compensation reserve rupees 30,000. Till the date of the reconstitution, the claim was of rupees 12,000. Now, the reserve we maintained for a specific purpose, that was workmen compensation, was 30, on which claim was of 12. So how much is left for the distribution among the partners is rupees 18,000. The partners of the firm decided to distribute between themselves is 30,000, which is wrong. So here assertion is false because the full amount cannot be distributed, only the free reserve. How much is free here? 30,000 minus 12,000, that is 18,000. Now, reason is workman compensation is the part of the profit, so it should be distributed between the partners in profit sharing ratio. The reason is correct because it is created out of the profits. Then it should be distributed among all partners in their all profit sharing ratio. But point over here is only after meeting the liability on that particular reserve. After meeting the liability, 18,000 can be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. So assertion is false, but R is true. Reason is true. Next, in the absence of the express agreements as to who will contribute to the new partner's share of profit, it is implied that all partners will contribute in their old profit sharing ratio. What question is meant over here is that in the few question you are provided that old partners profit sharing ratio, let it to be 3 is to 2. Most of the question it's given like that. And if the new partner have entered in the partnership form, then it is given, let's say his share is 1 by 6, and then question becomes silent. In that very case, the old ratio itself becomes the sacrificing ratio. So in which ratio they are contributing for the new partner's share? That is old profit sharing ratio. Now the next is sacrificing ratio is used to distribute dash in case of the admission of the partner. When a new partner is admitted, he brings his share of goodwill. His share of goodwill is known as premium for goodwill. When he brings premium for goodwill, this is distributed among all partners in their sacrificing ratio. So sacrificing ratio is used for distribution of premium for goodwill. Now, at the time of change in profit sharing ratio, Goodwill is not valued because no partner is compensated. It is wrong. Even at the time of the change in profit sharing ratio, it would always be given that goodwill is valued at this particular point. So, when goodwill is given as valued as, we always compensate sacrificing partner from the gaining partner. So, this assertion is wrong. Goodwill is valued at time of the change in profit sharing ratio because the sacrificing partners are compensated by the gaining partner. So the reason is correct, but assertion is incorrect. Continuing with the more questions here. Goodwill may or may not be brought in cash by the gaining partner to compensate the sacrificing partner for sacrificing his profit share. This is a true statement. How it is true? You must have noted that at the time of the change in profit sharing ratio or admission of the partner, sometimes we write gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. When we pass this journal, then goodwill is actually not brought in cash. So it might be the case in, especially in the chapter of change in profit sharing ratio, goodwill is not brought in cash. Even at the retirement and death also, goodwill is not brought in cash. At that time only gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account journal is passed. When it is brought actually is at the time of the admission, because at the time of admission you pass the journal bank account debit to premium for goodwill, and then you pass premium for goodwill to sacrificing partner. So yes, it is a true statement. It may or may not be brought in cash. Next question is, change in profit sharing ratio means one or more partners have foregone their profit share in the favor of one or more partner. Yes, it is a true statement, because in the chapter of change in profit sharing ratio, if the original share is given, let it to be 532, and they have decided it to be 235, then one of the partner must have gained and one of the partner must have sacrificed, and rest might join the another's company there. So yes, the statement is true. Then, a change in profit sharing ratio is a reconstitution of the partnership. Yes, assertion is true, because A, B, C were sharing 3 to 1 and now they have decided to share in 1 to 3. Yes, there is a reconstitution of partnership, because in this particular case their agreement would change. Now, reason is winding up of the firm is reconstitution of the partnership? No, winding up of the firm is dissolution of firm. What do you mean by winding up? That is the closure of the business. When the business is permanently closed, then there is no reconstitution. Okay, now the next is, which of the following does not result in reconstitution of the firm? That is exactly is when the partner is dissolved, sorry, partnership is dissolved. Partnership is dissolved means for one partnership agreement there is another partnership agreement, then it does not result in then it result in the reconstitution of firm. So this is a point which is the correct in itself. It does not relate with question. Same change in profit sharing ratio also result in reconstitution. Death of the partner also result in reconstitution. It's only that the when firm is dissolved, then business is closed, then nothing is there kind of reconstitution of the firm. So the answer lie to this is point number A. Assets are revalued and liabilities are reassessed at the time of the change in profit sharing ratio, so that assets and liability are shown at their present value, or the gaining partner is not put to an advantage and sacrificing partner is not put to a disadvantage, and vice versa, or both A and B. First of all, when we talk about this A point, that they should be given, assets should be given at their present value, it's not true. Sometimes in the change in profit sharing ratio chapter, you have seen there that adjustments are given that pass a single adjustment entry without affecting their book value. That means it's not necessary that assets and liabilities are shown at their present value. So it's not necessary. So what's necessary is there, when you make the adjustment entry, you are making gaining partner to sacrificing partner. So ultimately we are doing that particular adjustment only for the point B. Then is increase and decrease in the value of assets and liabilities are recorded through which account? You know very well, that is revaluation account. But now see in the option we are not given revaluation account. What is another name of revaluation account? That is profit and loss adjustment account. Now for the loss on revaluation account, the adjustment entry is, and now he is not asking you journal for the loss on revaluation. If it is a loss on revaluation, then partners capital account, old partners capital account are debited to revaluation account. But there here he is asking us about adjustment entry. So adjustment entry in full first book is passed for gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partner capital account for the gain or for the reserves. But when it is a loss, the same entry goes reversed. So the reversal of the entry is sacrificing partners capital account debit to gaining partners capital account if they are fluctuating. But if the method is followed for the fixed capital, then it would be for the current account. Thank you, Accountitude. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel.